Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Well, how are you today, class? I hope that everyone is fine. And I hope everyone is still willing to study from home using your mobile or your laptop, right? Okay, without further ado, today's discussion is about online distant learning, of course. Then I am going to start with my PowerPoint, but I just want to let you know that during my online and distant learning class, I want everybody to have a presentation, but what you should present here from a book, yeah, from a book that I'm going to tell you later. I'm going to share it online in edmodo.com, right? Okay, here about my presentation. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wow, how come? Yeah, right. Here we go. Well, one of this title is taken from that book, one particular unit that I'm presenting today. So everybody, take one topic from that book because this is important for you to learn the implementations of online and distant learning from journal. I mean from article published in international journal. Right. Okay. Today's topic is going to be Web 2 or implementing e-learning in University 2. We have the terms University 2, Web 2, and also what is it? Learning Learning 2, right? University 2. Okay, what is actually meant by Web 2? Web 2 technologies refer to changing trend in the use of World Wide Web technology and web design that aims to enhance creativity, information sharing, and mostly notably collaboration among users. So this is very advanced, very advanced and modern technology that we know today using Web 2 technologies. All right. Mm, from those Web 2 technology, we have e-learning 2, right? Okay. What is actually meant by e-learning 2? E-learning 2 refers to the changes, yeah? Remember the changes happening in the field of distant education. Okay, you still remember our previous meeting talking about distant learning. Okay, we have online learning, blended learning, and distant learning. Okay, in that case, talking about e-learning 2, it refers to the changes happening in the field of distant education. Right, it's interesting to discuss, isn't it? Okay. E-learning started more than a decade ago. Okay, started more than a decade ago, and course management systems are used extensively in higher education as a means of prepackaged content delivery. Okay, it started every decade, every 10 years. Usually, the world changed. Yeah, now it's the end of what is it? 2020 is the end of the probably Web 3, right? Okay. And then the next one is e-learning 2 refers to e-learning process where students create the content using blogs, podcasts, social networks, and open source program. I think You have many experiences in learning English using blogs, yeah, podcasts also. In podcasts, you can listen to English native speakers. You can learn from those particular link, and then you can understand lots about that. You can connect with, communicate with people all over the world by having blog, podcast, social network, and open source program. I'm sorry. After having Web 2, e-learning 2, now we have University 2. In University 2, let's see in the slide here. University 2 best achieve its new roles through well-designed, quality e-learning program. So when we talk about new role here is talking about the role of the teacher, the roles of the the role of the institution or school, university, and the role of society to join. To deal with this to deal with this advance of technology. And then e-learning become a hub of online communicative where students create, share, and communicate their ideas through information network. Okay, so this is becoming a hub, and e-learning becomes a hub for online communities. A hub is become a connector, a connector between one thing to another thing. In e-learning, become a connector between the student and teacher by having non-face-to-face teaching learning process. And then student create, share, and communicate, right? So you still remember the the Bloom taxonomy of creation. The creation is the top high order thinking. When the students are able to create from the teaching learning process, it means that the students apply the high order thinking strategy. It's the so-called HOTS. Okay, what next? New emerging technologies or Web 2 enables learners to socially interact in open environments. So the interaction is just open here. So they can develop into owners and leaders of information networks. Not only become the users, but also students become the owners and leaders of information network in teaching and learning. They communicate with their friends. They create something to deal with their teaching, learning, in the in the classroom or outside the classroom. And then after talking about University 2 and Web 2, we come to the course management system and learning management system. How the system can be created in the University 2 or Web 2. Let's see here. Course management system are web-based software program. Okay, when we talk about program, we talk about application. You still remember my suggestion 2 days ago, talking about platforms like using Grammarly, using Kahoot, Moodle, and the likes. This is one. Those are some examples of platform that you can use to teach and to learn English for as a second or as a foreign language. So what is the course management systems in the University 2 or Web 2? By the meaning here is CMS or course management system, web-based software program. Yeah, so we use program from software. Yeah, what is the program that is created by programmer, of course. Support learning teaching process in online environment. Okay. CMS, course management system, provide a collections of tools. Yeah, okay. What kind of tool is that? Yeah, communication tool like chat, yeah, chatting. Yeah, everyone has experience about that. Discussion forum and email. In the discussion forum, I think you have question and answers. When someone asks you questions, of course you have to be able to answer other people's questions. And then content tools, yeah, text and multimedia rich documents. Text and multimedia rich documents. So not only text but also multimedia. It's accompanied by yeah, pictures, for example, videos, yeah, file directory, and assessment tool. So the CMS used here, we have assessments tool too, like quizzes. Yeah, I think everyone know a platform or programs of quizzes. Yeah, there are some activities that can be used by teachers and students to use, what is it, to practice their English grammar, English, what is it, speaking, also English pronunciation, especially English vocabulary. Yes, of course. You can also use survey, yeah, survey polling. You still remember the polling that you fill in several days ago, a week ago probably, that is using Google form. Yeah. And one examples of this complete software's complete platform is Moodle. Yeah, in our university, Moodle is used. What is it? In collaboration with this software we call inside the Moodle is Spada. Yeah? Spada is actually what is it? Is adopted from Moodle. So inside Moodle, we are what is it? We are using Spada here. CMS. Still remember? What is it? Management system, course management system. Right. Now we come to not course but learning management system. We talk about the course, and then the second one is the system of learning, learning process, and active learner participation rather than teaching that is arranged around courses by the teachers. So the learning process here is active learner, meaning that the learners should be what is it? Actively involved in choosing their material, creating their own slide, and the like. And therefore, this era makes the students, what is it? Makes the students probably tired to learn because using online systems. Yeah, probably because they have many other things to do at home. So I do suggest you that you can do it if you are willing to do that. Okay, class. The next one, let's take a good look at these differences between Sakai and Moodle. Yeah, when looking at this, what is it? Star here. Moodle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 star, top rated. And then what about Sakai? Sakai 1, 2, 3, 4 also, but in the middle. This is about this is 73 out of 10 and 76 out of 10. So Moodle is more, I mean, is better in terms of survey from the users here. Okay, if you want to know the difference, just take a good look at this Sakai and Moodle. Yeah, we have the list of features of both platforms. In Sakai, you have learning management. In Moodle, you have course management. Multiple language in Sakai, collaborative tools and activities in Moodle. We have discussion forum. Here is customized site design and layout. Yeah. It doesn't mean that this is face-to-face differences. No. set by set differences. So this is the list features of each. Yeah. When we have individual workplace, in module you have multilingual capability, portfolio, outcome rubric, and wikis, simple and the like. Yeah. So Dropbox and Sakai, you can do that. Research and project collaboration and the like. So both platform here is used for teaching and learning process for teachers and students. Oh yeah, what about edmodo.com? Yeah, Edmodo, the platform that we use for teaching and learning process for online and distance learning. What do you think about that, class? Is it interesting, or is it boring or tiring for you using edmodo.com? Okay, no matter about that, take a look at these features of edmodo.com. Learn better together. So this is a good platform for student and teacher to learn together. One become a teacher, the other ones become students. And if you want to join between among teachers and teachers, you may collaborate that. Edmodo.com provide this. Okay. To get to know more about this, you just enter in edmodo.com. Right. The next one is going to be suggestion for e-learning in university too. What kind of suggestion is that? Suggestion number 1, teaching and learning. Alright. In this network environment, universities should take notice of the role of educators, learners, and researchers while evaluating futures impact and trend. So again, it is addressed to educators, learners, and researchers. The role is going to be different between Web 2 and Web 1. Okay. And college and department should review curricula from an instructional technology point of view. Because in Web 2 we use technology, so we have to think about the changing of the curriculum too. University need to be a hub for personal learning environment, so students join and learn in a variety of online communities. That's what we can do now. Student evaluation form ought to be flexible, and administrators ought to take into account student resistance to learning in ways different from ones they use so successfully in high school. A student evaluation form flexible. You don't have to be so strict, meaning that one. Okay, suggestion number 2, digital contact. We have researcher here, Weller, 2007 suggests that allowing learners to create e-learning content will require filtering on the way out rather than filtering on the way in. So way out and way in. Yeah. Therefore, popularity and user tagging, numbers of links and quotes to a source of article will define quality of the digital content. That's according to Weller, 2007. What about Anderson, 2007? And Anderson recommends personal catalogs where individuals collect data like text, media, music, etc. online or PLEs. Nowadays, many universities have started using online portals where communities of users access different tools from one channel. Along the same line, the concept of OpenID became popular. OpenID. So when you come to one particular room of meeting, for example, you have to obtain the ID. If you want to join my class in edmodo.com, for example, you've got to to be sure that you have my my ID class. Suggestion number 3 about technology here. Institutions should devote resources to adopt new technologies. So this is the responsibility of the institution. including IT staff. Yeah, and then universities should consider benefit and risk, yeah, of associated with university hosted Web 2 services. Like for example, if you use online distance learning by having conference like Zoom, for example, Zoom clouds. What universities what university should do is that they have to pay for the Zoom cloud, of course, yeah, monthly, and the Zoom cloud will be used by some what is it some dean, some also rector, dean, and the head of certain program. Suggestion number 4: university faculty. Yeah. Universities should encourage faculty members who are early adopters. This is very common for new technology. Adaptations is very is very important for everyone to do, and they get uh, lots of experience about using the thing which is considered to be new. Now, suggestion number 5 is assessment. Universities should fund research on the assessment of collective work produced using Web2 tools, and faculty should be encouraged to practice pedagogical experimentation in this area. Fund research, yeah? Okay. Should provide some fund for doing research. Online teaching evaluation, yeah. Like formative mathematical evaluations of student work should use multiple data sources and performance indicators. Like online program evaluation should include recommendations for best practices. Now, as what is suggestion number 5? Copyright, plagiarism, and preservations. Okay, universities should initiate discussions to consider legal aspect of ownership issue, while being proactive by monitoring, controlling current practices, and reducing best practices guidelines. And also, universities should give understanding on plagiarism. I think today's most university use plagiarism checker or plagiarism, yeah, check their students' similarity using tools like turn it in today. And in the past, our university used what is it? Yeah, mm, I forget it. Oh, probably check plagiarism checker. Yeah, the plagiarism checker. Right, and suggestion number 7: scholarship. Yeah, according to Gerson's 2007, scholarship and important scholarly work will no longer be established by academic publishers, but rather by a community or faculty members who are publishing their work online. So this is talking about policy. Yeah. Now, suggestion number 8: access. Universities should provide the internet connection, like in our university, Universitas Kanjuruhan Malang, right? We already provide internet connection, and I don't know whether the connection is quite good or quite fluent or not. It depends on your own perception and practices. And suggestion, no future directions, not suggestion anymore. What is coming next? For instance, when will Web 3 emerge and how? Jensen's 2007 thinks that we will soon be awash in hundreds of billion pages of content. So that we will soon be awash. Yeah, we will soon be drowned in hundreds of billions of pages or content, right? And then Web 3 will be driven by artificial intelligence, AI, artificial intelligence, which is quite, proactive, helping human life, yeah, working together sometime because they are created like human being. Right. And then what's next? University 2 is in its infancy and the future hold many drastic changes in higher education. Why? Due to emergence of formal, informal, and social network for e-learning. That's according to Siemens. And it's clear that in the future, greater student participation, collaboration, and control over learning will become staples of universities, while universities become a connection forming organization. Right. Here is the what is it? The development of from year to year, from decade to decades. Yeah. From Web 1, which is said to be Web Learning Reading 1, and Web 2, which is said to be Collaborative Web Learning 2. And now actually 2010 and 2020, Web 3, we use Web Learning 3, with its categories, with its characteristic. And finally 2020 ahead, up to one more decade, yeah, you use Web 4, Web Intelligence Learning 4. We call that artificial intelligence. Now we come to some of the technologies developed during the stages of Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, and Web 4. So this is an example. In Web 1, you have search engine like Alta Vista, Yahoo, email. Even though today you still use Yahoo and email, right? Hotmail. In Web 2, you already comes to bloggers, wikis, social networks, instant messaging, and action website, yeah, professional networking or LinkedIn and the like, and Web 2. What about Web 3? Yeah, personal intelligent personal assistant. I think you still remember when I demonstrate in front of you, in front of the class, using my mobile phone, that you have Google Assistant, right? So you can ask Google everything you want. But one thing we should remember that when I'm asking Google about what is it, about his or her or its gender, Google cannot answer that. Yeah. Hey Google, what gender are you actually? And then Google avoid answering my question. You can try. You can choose. What is it? You can try to use your Google Assistant yourself. Yeah. Ask about his gender. He or she. It will say that it is not male. It isn't also female. It is a machine, right? And in Web 4, semantic social network, semantic email, IBM Omnifine, and context-aware games, better natural language processes. But in Web 2 actually and Web 3, natural language processes is going, is improving and improving, yeah, from decade to decade. Okay, thank you for joining the my presentation today, and remember that I told you before you have a collections of article in a book. Yeah, I'm going to share through edmodo.com, and what you should do is choosing one topic and present it. Yeah, in a very simple. You don't have to present in such long time presentation. What you should do is only presenting the main point of the article. And mostly in article, we use because the article is from research. You use titles, of course, abstract, and then introduction, method, finding and discussion, and finally the conclusion. Okay, class. Hopefully you can have a good time to join my class today. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua.